Of course, clutter can look like a big pile of stuff in the corner of your bedroom, but I feel clutter can also accumulate on our computers and other places. Hello, welcome back. I hope you're having an amazing day. Going through and decluttering these non-physical items have really helped me to simplify my life, and hopefully they can simplify your life as well. The first thing on my list is my computer desktop. I try really hard to keep everything super organized and in folders, and I personally store everything on a backup drive so I don't have a ton of clutter bogging down my computer and slowing it down. And I also try to keep my desktop as clear as possible, so if I do drag a whole bunch of photos onto my desktop, I try to sort them as quickly as possible. Because for me, when I see a whole bunch of clutter, even if it is on my computer, I get distracted and I find it harder to get things done. The next thing you could declutter is your schedule. So if you have a jam-packed schedule, you might want to look at anything that is not necessary. And if you can't get something done one day, you can always have room for it to be pushed into the next day. If your schedule is so jam-packed that, let's say I couldn't get something done today and my schedule for tomorrow is completely packed from morning to night, the problem there is then literally the thing I couldn't get done today just can't get done at all. So I try to always have a little bit of wiggle room in my schedule for the days that I do want to get a lot of things done. And honestly, simplifying my schedule has really helped me to relax a little bit more, and if something can't get done, maybe it just wasn't meant to be done that day, and I can move it to the next day or later in the week. Another item you might want to try to keep as clutter-free as possible, and I guess what I mean by clutter-free is just don't put too many things on this list, is your daily to-do list. I know most of us do jot down things that we want to get done during the day, but sometimes if I see a humongous list of items that need to be done, I get completely overwhelmed. And I've found I get more done by having less on my to-do list. I try to just put the 3 most important things at the top of my list. For instance, making this video was one of those things that I needed to get done today. And honestly, I pushed everything aside so I could get this done, get it edited, and get it out. And everything else can go further down the list. And it's just less stressful to have a smaller list of to-dos and something that is manageable that I could actually get done than to have a list of 30 items that I know I'm never gonna finish in one day that has to just keep getting pushed to the next day. So one place to look if you can declutter one non-physical item, and that is your to-do list. Another thing to look at is your streaming services. Recently, my husband and I decided to get rid of Netflix, and the only reason why we did that was because we felt we had watched everything we wanted to watch on there right now. So that doesn't mean we won't get that streaming service again, but at this point, we could save some money by not having that streaming service for a few months. And then once there are some new shows on there, then maybe we will get it again. So check your streaming services and see if there are any that you aren't using, or if you feel you could go without for a few months and then maybe use a different one, and that will actually save you money as well. Check out your social media and see if you need everything that you are signed up for. Recently, I know I talked about this before, but I decided to take Instagram off my phone. I still have Instagram though, so if you want to follow me, I do put a lot of these videos up on Instagram, but I did take it off my phone. So now if I want to go and see Instagram, I have to be extremely intentional, go on my computer to look at it, because I felt I was wasting a lot of time with the Instagram app on my phone. And I will get into decluttering apps in a second, but I just want to say, go through your social media and see if there are any things that you are not using, or maybe using too much to where it is bothering you, or it is cutting into your daily things you want to get done. And that was one thing that I did, was I went through and I looked at all the social media things that I could declutter, and I either took them off my phone or I got rid of them. Along those same lines, within each social media program, you could go through and declutter people that you follow, or I found I was following all sorts of stores and random things that I didn't ever look at, and it just looked very cluttered. I had a ton of people that I didn't even know that somehow I was following. I'm not even sure because I don't remember following them. So I did go through recently, and I just unfollowed anyone that their message wasn't resonating with me, or I just felt like I didn't have time for looking at those profiles. And I know a few of them were businesses. I'm not sure how I became subscribed to these businesses, but I did. And so I went through and I unfollowed quite a few of them and just limited my list to people I know or accounts that I really truly love their message, and it just makes me feel good. Make sure you go through your email subscriptions, because I found I was subscribed to quite a lot of really annoying business emails, and it was really bothering me, and I found that I could just go to the bottom of the email, hit unsubscribe, and get rid of those advertisements that were coming in through my email. And it's kind of sneaky how it seems to happen, but I bought a piece of camera equipment, and next thing you know, I was getting tons of emails from this camera store, and I was just deleting them at first, and then I thought, you know what, even deleting those emails is wasting my time, so I decided to unsubscribe from that store. Declutter the apps on your phone. So as I mentioned before, I took Instagram off my phone. I also took Facebook off my phone and YouTube off my phone. Now that does not mean that I don't have YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I do have these programs. They are now on my computer and they are on my tablet. Personally, this is just for me, but it might resonate with you as well. Having the apps on my phone was super distracting. I just would grab my phone constantly and just click it out of habit. And so by taking it off of there, I have gained a lot of time. I know I've said this in other videos, but it is so true. So go through and declutter the apps on your phone. Also, while going through my phone to declutter these apps, I found quite a few photo editing apps that I had obviously downloaded a long time ago to try out, and I wasn't using them. So that's another thing, is these apps will slow your phone down. So going through will make your phone faster. Your phone will look clutter-free when you look at the screen, and it should buy you some time if you are distracted like I was. Sticking with the phone theme, you can also go through and delete any old contacts that they may be people that you don't know anymore, or someone came and worked on your house, but you know you're never going to have that done again. For instance, we had our roof redone. I don't need to keep the roofer's name in my phone. I have information somewhere else. So I just went through and got rid of or updated all the contacts in my phone to make sure they were all people that I was still in contact with the proper name and phone number. You could also go through and declutter your text messages. I do this all the time because I love to see just no text messages, or just one or two people that I text all the time. And what's interesting, at least on my iPhone, is if I delete these text messages so I don't see anything there, a lot of the time if the person texts me again, all the old messages will still be there. They'll pop back up. I'm not sure if this is something that I have set up in my phone to do. I don't even know. But I personally like to delete the text messages after I have communicated with the person and made sure I answered them back, is just get rid of it and delete it, especially if it's a topic that I'm no longer discussing with that person. It's just nice to open my text on my phone and have a fresh, clear screen. Most importantly, go through and declutter or simplify your routines. I did this and it has made my life so much easier. And what I mean by that is do what works best for you, but sometimes I find routines can be kind of overdone or there's just too many steps to them. So I've gone through and tried to batch work a lot of things and just simplify in every place that I can when it comes to my daily routines. I hope this gave you some really good ideas of how to declutter non-physical items. Please leave me a comment below and give me any ideas of things that you have decluttered that are not a physical thing. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and share this video with anyone who can use it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.